Hey, what is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another Norwich City news daily video. I hope you guys are doing fantastically well, and I really hope you're all excited as well. First pre-season game is in just 2 days' time, away at Cove Ramblers, or is it Rangers, something like that, in Ireland anyway. Really excited to just see the boys back in action, really. I think the squad are currently heading out there today, so they're going to have a day in Ireland, have a game. I think they're having a little training camp out there, then back for a week. I think it is, and then out to Germany, and then back for a few more pre-season games. So, look, the season's nearly here. Lots of big news coming out of Norwich City over the last couple of days, and I'm sure it's going to start to speed up now because we've gone, 2 weeks without making a signing. 2 weeks! Farker out, Webber out. No, I'm only joking, guys. And also, the Webelution t-shirts are selling really quickly, which is brilliant to see. If you guys want one, they're only going to be on sale for another 3 days, and then they are gone forever. So if you do want one to help the channel out, to help some big projects that I've got in the pipeline, then links in the description. They're just £10. If you do go over there and get one, I will be eternally grateful. I really will. And I think they're really cool designs as well, a little bit different. So the big news is, of course, Russ Martin, our captain, has signed a new deal at the football club, which has the possibility of taking him up to 2020. And that would also take him past 10 years at the football club. He signed a brand new 2-year contract at the club with an option of a 1-year extension at the end of it. The club can of course extend his contract if wanted. Initial reaction, positive. I think Russell Martin himself knows that he's not going to play the whole season. I think he probably knows that he's not technically good enough to play the whole season, but he is an instrumental character to have at the football club. I've been lucky enough to speak to Russ on multiple occasions. I know a lot of people who work with Russ on a daily basis, and he is one of the best guys you will ever meet. And I know it's very easy to say, well, he's a nice guy, but that doesn't make up for a good footballer. No, I completely agree. But as a backup right back, which I think he probably should be, and I think Daniel Farke will see him as, I think he's one of the best in the Championship. In terms of that, he is a professional that you need to have at a football club, especially at this current time at Norwich City, because we've had a lot of change, a lot of players going out, a lot of players coming in, a lot of experienced players going out. When you look at the likes of Ryan Bennett, John Ruddy, players like that, to have Russell Martin, to have Wesley Houlihan, players like that at the football club is going to be huge in terms of this transitional period. If you don't have characters like this, yes, it could work, and it probably would work, but it'd be a lot bigger risk. Russ will make the transition a lot smoother for the coaches, for the manager, for Webber, for the players as well coming in, to just set the standards nice and high and to get us through this, what is a transitional and a risky transitional period. So super chuffed to see Russ given that new contract. I'm sure he'll be back up to Pinto. I hope he hasn't played as a centre-back because I don't think he's good enough there. And I don't think Russ enjoys playing at centre-back as well. But I can remember Russ in 2011, 2012, 2013, absolutely brilliant at right back. He didn't get the Norfolk Cafu tagline for nothing. On slightly bleaker news, our away game at Cardiff is now on a Friday night. That is such a ball ache. It's now going to be on Friday the 1st of December. It was originally supposed to be on the Saturday, December the 2nd, which would have been the day before my birthday, but it's now December the 1st, a Friday night game. So the 550-mile round trip on a Friday night. No, thank you. I think I'm going to be listening to that one on Radio Norfolk. Definitely not heading up to Cardiff on a Friday night. You wouldn't be getting back until, 6 in the morning, something like that. Absolutely ridiculous. Not great to see at all. The next bit of news is an interesting one. Stephen Naismith has been doing some media work up in Scotland, and he says he's got something to repay at Norwich City. Now, this is very interesting because Stephen Naismith, at points last season, looked like a decent player. He had that kind of 10-game spell, didn't he, near the end of the season, where he actually looked quite good. He looked like a possible captain figure. Of course, lots of fans don't think he's worth the wage he's on. A lot of fans, of course, put off by the £8 million we paid for him. But he's still got 2 years left on his contract. I can't see a club coming in for him and paying the wages that we're currently paying him. So I think we're stuck with him. And if we're stuck with him, then we might as well utilise him. I think Naismith, if put in the right role, if nurtured enough, I think he could be a decent player for Norwich City. Yes, we've got Alex Pritchard. Yes, we've got Wes Houlihan. We've got the Murphys. We've got Madison, who can play in these types of roles. But Naismith can do a job, I think. And he's saying in this interview, I'm going to link it down in the description below, that he wants to repay the Norwich City fans. He wants to repay Norwich for what they've done for him. And it's very interesting. It all kind of came about because the Scottish press was saying, is he going to be moving back to Scotland? He says, yes, he will be eventually, but he wants to carry out his Norwich City contract, and he wants to prove the Norwich City fans what he's worth, which I guess is a good thing, because like, if you get Stephen Naismith firing on all cylinders, then who knows what could happen. Next bit of news, Jez Moxey is back in the game, and he's gone to Burton as a non-executive chairman, I think, non-executive director. So basically, let's send our thoughts to Burton. Let's pray for Burton, because they now have Jez Moxey. I'm sure maybe at the AGM, relegation is going to be his speech, but not good news for Burton. I don't really care too much, to be honest, but Jesus, how Jez Moxey continues to get jobs in football, I will never know. Wolves fans warned us about him. We will now be warning Burton fans about, and I'm sure when they sack him eventually in the next couple of months, which will happen, Burton fans are going to be warning other clubs about him. But that is the news today. Let's finish off with Mitchell Dijks. He's been left out of the Ajax squad in their pre-season tour. Now, unbelievably, Mitchell Dijks has been linked to the move to Birmingham, which is interesting. Do we have the money to re-sign Mitchell Dijks? I think we still need another left-back. I think Toffolo could do a job, but we need a backup, and Mitchell Dijks would come in and be first choice, and Toffolo would be the backup. I'd be very, very happy with that. I suppose it all does depend about the wages. He's going to be on a big wage, but if we could get maybe Johnny Howson off the books, which looks very likely, get Graham Dorrans off the books, which looks very likely, buy another cheap midfielder, and then fill in with Mitchell Dijks at left back, that would be excellent. So who knows, could Mitchell Dijks be making a return to Norwich? I don't know, but I think he's certainly going to be leaving Ajax, which is an interesting one. That is the news of today. Wevolution t-shirts, links in the description. A massive thank you to everyone who's been watching. The support recently has been fantastic. Can't wait for the new season. Buzzing about the new Russ Martin contract. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and I will see you very soon. Peace out.